Hello there, and welcome to the lovely church of St. Peter in Lutton, Northamptonshire. St. Peter's is on the highest point of the village and believed to have been the site of worship since pagan times. This present building dates from 1100 and has been extended over the years. The north aisle around 1220, the south aisle about 100 years later, and the tower and clerestory dating from the 15th century, so a period of about 350 years. Here you can note a bricked up window in the south wall of the chancel. The glass in the clerestory is rare, having carved brick mullions supporting it. This is a Grade 1 listed building, and it's the only brick-built pre-Reformation church of such completeness in Lincolnshire, and only one of 6 in England having brick arcades. The nave has a fine Tudor roof of moulded beams and arched braces. 18 carved wooden figures of saints are just below the wall posts, resting on terracotta corbels. The interior is almost wholly plaster coated and lime washed. There is no stained glass in this church, and the altar is a plain affair, but tasteful. The remains of the rood loft stairway can be seen in the north aisle, adjacent to which is the hexagonal inlaid Jacobean pulpit of 1702. There are quite a few carved heads in St. Peter's, but this one really takes the biscuit. Mouth open, almost screaming, half in one wall, half in another. Must have put fear of God into the children over the past 300 or 400 years. Here the most unusual objects to be found in the church did not originate here but at Washingley, just over the border. that parish was linked to Lutton through a mutual patron, that patron being Richard, Duke of York, later Richard III. In due course, Washingley was abandoned and its unusual monuments to the Parish family were incorporated here in this chancel. In 1633, a composite tomb was raised to the memory of 3 generations of the family. Here you can see, soberly dressed and kneeling on scarlet cushions, Robert a priest, died 1555. His son William died 1574. And his son Robert died 1621. The memorial was put up by their descendant Jerome a priest. On the north wall of the chancel is the remains of an Easter sepulchre. Now this is a rare survival, as these were hated by the reformers and were mainly destroyed. On the wall opposite, here we can see Adlard, a priest, who died in 1608. Now most of his life was spent in the military service on the continent, and the tomb refers to this as he is shown kneeling as a knight surrounded by military trophies. The communion table in the north aisle is from 1694, as are the communion rails in the chancel. You can see the former roof lindy above the tower arch. That implies the church was altered over time and probably had a thatched roof at one period. The octagonal stone font is 500 years old, with an 18th century oak cover. Thank you for taking the time to watch this film of St. Peter's Church at Lutton in Northamptonshire.